Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Saturday, the 7th of December, 2024. Well, I'm sure you're all aware that Storm Dara is well and truly with us. And looking at the synoptic here at midnight last night, you can see that the centre of that low pressure is centred over Northern Ireland. And if we run it through to lunchtime today, the centre's moved down to East Anglia. And that's going to give us a sort of northeasterly flow, quite some strong weather. There's lots of sort of frontal weather on there with those occlusions, and it's generally unpleasant outside. We'll take that through midnight tonight and into lunchtime tomorrow, and the low has moved even further south into Europe and is starting to merge with another low pressure, which is out in the Med. And again, that's going to give us northeasterly flows. The isobars are still very close together tomorrow, so it's not quite decided whether it's going to be flying tomorrow or not, but we'll certainly look at it overnight and we'll make that decision this time tomorrow morning. The sat picture then, you can probably make out that big swirl of cloud there is dawn is breaking over the UK. And that's basically where all the weather is. And there's a big band of rain that's coming in. It's actually just reached Lasham not that long ago. And if you look at the radar for the rain, you can see that's going to be with us for quite some time. So the forecast for rain today, if we just run this through quite quickly, through up to lunchtime there and beyond into the afternoon, we can see that there's an awful lot of moisture going to be coming our way, and it's probably not going to clear up until late afternoon or into the evening. Odium, TAF is out of date. METAR is what they've actually got at the moment is 250.36, gusting 49. I think we'll keep the hangar doors shut just on that fact alone. They're saying they've got greater than 10k visibility with light rain overcast at 2,400 feet, with temperature 72.3 and the pressure down at 991 hectopascals. And Farnborough is not too dissimilar. They're 260.29, gusting 45 knots. And I don't think we need to go into that in a great depth there. Spot winds to the north of us at 1,000 feet, 50 knots to the south of us, 60 knots. It's pretty windy out there. And if we have a look at the windy app, you can probably see the arrows on your little phones today, but I think just the colouring and the shading around the coastline and inland has shown that the wind is incredibly strong. So the local forecast is suggesting northwesterly, so 23, 24, 25 knots, but it's this gusting up to 50 knots during the day that's going to be the big issue. And indeed, I think there's already been one camper van that's sustained a little bit of damage, having had its roof ripped off this morning. We'll go and investigate that later and see if we can sort that one out. GFS then showing temperature around about 6 centigrade with the dew point down at about 5, so just 1 degree split there. We have one of the cameras back on the airfield, and that's the view from the south side looking north at about 10 minutes ago. Unfortunately, there has been a power cut on the south side last night, and the weather station's down at the moment. I can't give you the actual wind speeds on the airfield. SkySight are showing low cloud base all day and strong winds, and Top Meteors again showing low cloud, lots of rain throughout the day. So not brilliant. I'm not going to bother going into NOTAMs today. We'll just do a couple of things on the local briefing. So we'll just bring up the Odium cross section. And essentially, the red writing down here: severe gales, gusts 40 knots, strong winds 26 knots. That's all we really need to glean from that to say that we're definitely not going out today. So a couple of charts notices then. SPL deadlines. We all know the dates now. I'll be in the club room today for most of the day. If you've got your paperwork sorted or want to get it sorted, come and find me. I'll be more than happy to sort that out for you and give you a hand. And of course, the simulator is going to be available all day for anyone who wishes to use it. So I'm not going to go into the bookings and the availability. There's no movements today. I'm not going to worry about the airfield ops. They ain't going to happen. So that's it from me today. I'm sorry we're not going to fly, but stay safe. If you do come down to the airfield to support the calf and the bar and whatnot later on, then drive carefully. It is quite treacherous out there.